Is it working? Control panel. Let's get a chat up. Chat. Okay. Okay, guys. We're up, I think. Let's have a look. Do. Can't see the chat. Aha. We see the chat. Yay. You see me. Oh, it's so funny, guys. Nothing seems the same anymore. Okay. Right, are you seeing me now, guys? Bloody hell, man. Okay, right, we don't have long, so I'm not going to read the book. We're going to chat. Let's give people a chance to get on. I thought what we could do while we're chatting, we could put on an interview with Lisa Marie. Your channel, Lisa Marie. Lisa Marie interview. Okay, let's watch this one. Come on, this is one of the most...
To be a little tougher. Our first guest has one of the...
Let's get you guys up first, make sure. Okay, guys, so I'm going to play a bit of an interview to give you guys a chance to join. Okay. Let's get it up. Press play.
The most famous names in the history of popular music. Her debut CD, I have a copy of it right here, is entitled To Whom It May Concern, is in stores now. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the program the lovely Lisa Marie Presley. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Thank you very much for being here. Are you actually a little nervous?
I am so bloody nervous.
Really?
Ah, come on. You got nothing to be nervous about. I'm nervous.
You have nothing to be nervous about. Why would you be nervous?
Well,
Tell you what, guys, she looked great. Look at that with the leather stuff on. Yeah, man.
because you've been ripping on me for, 7 years.
Oh, you mean making jokes about you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did that upset you? Did it make it hurt your feelings? Go ahead, tell a joke about me.
No.
Well, let me see that ring. That's enormous. That is huge, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I guess
And
it
what is that?
Oh, guys, she looks so cute in this. Let me just get you guys up so I can see your comments. Right, so we need to put it on there. So give you guys a chance to... Here we go. Right, okay. Okay, so we've got Deborah and Denise on. We've lost everyone. There's 8 people watching, but okay, guys, it's fine.
Is that one of those, what do they call those things?
It's fake.
Oh. Yeah, that was the word I was looking for.
I love that.
And I was talking...
So guys, do any of you know how old she is here? Because she is looking brilliant. She's definitely got an Elvis look going on with that jacket.
About your father's appearance here 46 years ago in this theater. That's amazing, isn't it?
It's very intimidating.
Yeah. Have you ever been in the Ed Sullivan Theater?
I haven't. This is the first time. It's very endearing. I did sound check earlier. It's really nice.
And you must have seen, of course, the footage of your father's performance that night.
Yes.
And that's when they had that silly thing about they couldn't shoot him from the waist down.
Right.
Do you remember any discussion of that later in his life around the house? Did that ever...
You know the waist down thing? I was watching an interview the other day, and it said that the whole waist down thing has been exaggerated, that it was only one of 3 shows. So they did 3 shows, and only one of the shows they did the whole waist down thing. Is that true, guys?
Ever come up again? Did you ever hear any of that?
No, I think by then he had it figured out pretty well.
I think he did figure it out. And like I was talking to Paul earlier, in your own career, in your own life, what have you learned from your father? What is an important lesson from your father that you carry with you every day?
Great question, guys. Great question. We know this interview, don't we? We've all seen it, but I like it. I just want you to know we're all happy here. We're not doing the defending Elvis here. We're not going to get all serious. Elvis Presley fan on keto. We just discussed the nice things, the diet, our health. Just a bit of fun. Please don't think because of how serious we were on defending Elvis that I'm in a bad mood. I'm in a great mood. I'm really happy. Please don't think that what has gone on at defending Elvis in any way has affected my happiness. I'm very happy. I love my life.
I can't say the word I'm thinking, but
No, go ahead, say it.
balls.
I'm sorry?
Balls.
I see. And in what context? You mean just to be a little tougher, a little braver?
You know, he's broke through so many different.
Speaking of your father.
Yes, he and then I somehow grew them somewhere along the line.
Teresa, we've all seen it before. Teresa, we have seen every single thing you could ever imagine with Elvis, but we love it. We love it. We love seeing it again and again and again and again. Just, can I ask you, is it echoing? Is it echoing? Teresa, is it echoing? Because if it is, I'll put the earphones in, okay, guys? I'll turn it down a bit as well, because that helps. Let's go.
I did not know that.
I was not. And you wonder why I got nervous. Now you start to understand.
And what about his music? What songs? What era? What is your favorite song of his?
I'm sort of prone to the post '70s thing, music.
And those songs would be, what are we talking about?
You know, like Kentucky Rain in the Ghetto.
In the Ghetto, yeah.
Older,
yeah.
you know.
Oh, guys, you know I love Kentucky Rain. A bit. Okay, I'll put my earphones in. Let's have a look. Okay, that's better. No more echoing. Okay, Kentucky Rain, guys. Oh my God. Ooh, we could play it, and I'll do it as a song reaction.
Do you still listen to his music?
I do.
Yeah. Often, or you?
I have to be in a certain mindset, but yeah.
Yeah. Have you, and I guess I know the answer to this, but you must have been back to Graceland several times.
It's funny because Riley Keough, I've seen a few of her interviews, and she actually, Lisa did listen to her dad quite a lot. She would sort of wallow in it, surround herself in her father's music. Riley said this a few times now.
Since you lived there, right?
Yeah, I go back 2 or 3 times a year.
And what is that experience like for you when you go
Yeah, Teresa, she's got the best laugh, hasn't she? She's got the best laugh, the best smile.
back into this house, and it's not really, it's identical, but it's not really the same, is it? It can't possibly be the same.
No, it is. It's not been touched, particularly the upstairs. It's kind of capsulized.
Yeah, but I mean emotionally, it can't be the same as it was when you were living there.
No, it's kind of, yeah, it's odd.
Yeah, how does it make?
Yeah, I think the word odd is a great word, isn't it? It's odd. Dad's not around anymore. You know, Dad's not there to sort of. Everyone that goes to Gracelands, even though obviously they're always impressed with it, it's beautiful, and people love to see how Elvis and his friends and family lived. Of course, how Lisa lived as well. But come on, you take away Elvis, it's a bit of a shell, isn't it? It's a bit of an empty shell.
Make you feel when you go there?
It depends. Sad, you know, that type of thing.
Oh, really? It brings back sad feelings for you?
Well, good and bad. It's sort of a beautiful sadness, I guess you could say.
Yeah. And Michael Jackson, you were married to him for how long?
It's funny because she's funny about being asked about Michael Jackson. She knows that everyone is going to ask about Michael Jackson, yeah? But actually, the way she speaks about Michael Jackson in the book From Here to the Great Unknown, she loved him. They had a special time for a while. Now, if you look at a lot of her Michael Jackson interviews, she sort of tries to dismiss it, tries to get past it, and tries to avoid the topic. But actually, they had some very happy times together and stayed friends after the divorce.
About 2 years, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And was he as strange then as he is now? First of all.
See, I don't like it when they rip into Michael Jackson. I just don't like it. I mean, everyone's got strong opinions about Michael Jackson. I was a big fan all through the 70s and 80s and 90s. I was a big fan. So they, all of these big interviewers, they go, right, here we go. Let's make Michael Jackson look stupid. Does this man remember? She loved him. She married him. Yeah? Whatever the circumstances are, she did love him. And when they got married, she was very happy. Yes, things went wrong. It's complicated. But it doesn't show her any respect. This is some of these old interviewers. I just find that they hit a raw nerve that is, I think, cruel to Lisa.
Well, that's unfair. Do you think he is strange?
Lately, I have the same opinion I think everyone else has.
Right. And what do you think happened there? Did something go wrong?
You mean since I was with him?
No, just as a guy. Let's just say that you had nothing to do with him, but just as somebody. I don't mean that the way people think I mean it. But just as somebody might comment on anybody else's career, what do you think went wrong there in his career, and if in fact something went wrong? I think something has gone wrong.
Something's gone awry. Yeah. I don't know what.
Yeah. Were there any signs of it when you and he were married?
I left.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, fair enough. Now tell me about, you have 2 kids of your own now.
Yes.
The older is 13, you
13.
said? Yeah, now when you're raising your kids, do you ever remember similar moments when you were a kid being raised by your family at home and bring back memories? And what would your father do? And you ever have moments like that where you need that advice or that memory?
Nothing worked on me particularly.
Really?
No. And nothing's working on my daughter, so it's...
So she's very much like you were then?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's headed there. She's a little more together than I was, somehow.
And what do you remember about your dad as your father? What memories do you have of him as just a guy?
I have a lot of them. Mm-hmm. I don't usually go into them because I don't really like it. It's odd for me to talk about that when I'm... Right. Something has got to be left mine somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right, and I respect that. But you would be one of a handful of people that know things that nobody else would ever have a way of knowing about your father, and you want to keep it that way. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. And what do you and your family do for fun when you want to go to? I guess you go on vacation and stuff. What kind of things do you do?
I, go to Hawaii, travel, things like that.
Just normal stuff?
You're very good looking in person.
Does anyone agree with that?
That's very nice of you.
You're very good looking in person.
And I think you couldn't be lovelier. My God.
Thank you.
What an attractive woman.
Right, I've only got about 5 minutes left, guys, but this is lovely. I like it. It's fun.
What do you think, Paul? How's it going?
Swingingly, Dave. Swingingly.
And in a minute, you're going to sing for us. Are you excited about that?
Yeah. Well, this is only my fourth time in front of a crowd, so.
Really?
And it's, of course, on national television, so.
And how do you like performing before a live audience? If you've only done it 3 times, it's exhilarating, isn't it?
Yeah, Kate, that is as cool as it gets. She looks 100%.
It's a little nerve-wracking right now just because of the curiosity factor and the speculation and nerves thing is, I can feel it. So I have to I need to get my feet wet. They're sort of throwing the baby out with the bathwater with me right now.
But I think you'll do.
So nervous before a performance. We all know Elvis, her father, was very nervous before every performance.
Very well here tonight because these people are great. They're very supportive and
yes,
they like
I see that.
They've taken a very nice.
Guys, we just love seeing her laughing and smiling and being happy and she still looks a bit awkward, a bit uncomfortable, doesn't she?
Well,
thank you.
It's a real thrill to meet you.
It's
It really, really is. I'm happy to meet you, happy to have you here, and I hope you come back.
That was really terrific.
Okay, I mean, I enjoyed that because I didn't enjoy it because he gave a good interview. I enjoyed it because she is so lovely to look at. She's lovely to listen to. That's what made it fun for me. What is this? Should we just play this a minute, guys?
Lisa Marie Presley joins us in studio this morning. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Do you ever get used to being interviewed or doing interviews? Because, you know, as we mentioned, you've been famous since the day you were born, and really you've tried to keep a private life as much as you were able, and your mother tried to keep your life as private as possible. Do you get used to it at all?
I tell you what, she looks so young here. How old, guys, how old do you think in this? Oh, here we are, 2005. Let's work out the age together. 2005 in Canada.
Well, the thing is when I do interviews now, it's you know, it's very there's a window of time. You know, when I put a record out, so I know there's a lot of press, and it's.
So I'm guessing she is 37. Do we agree, guys? 37.
It's a very short period of time that I'll be doing this thing, you know, and I kind of prepared for it before this whole, you know.
So you're saying when you're coming in here this morning, okay, I'm only going to be here and they'll be gone.
No. I mean, like, all the interviews, you put the record
Right.
on, like, the press, the machine starts rolling. You know, you have to do the rounds and do the press tours and start doing, you know, the talk shows and stuff like that. I focus on, you know, it's like I have to start focusing in on, okay, now it's time, and it's a designated time, and I'll be promoting the record, and don't forget that along the way, and that's what I'm doing here.
Well, and speaking of the record and some of the songs, you've referred to them as middle finger songs. How
Yeah,
come?
that's a new.
You know what I like about her is she just looks so normal. She could be your neighbour, couldn't she? She could be your next door neighbour. She's very dressed down. Her hair is very natural, and she could be just the girl that lives over the road, just having a chat. It's Elvis Presley's daughter, and the question she asks, quite a serious question. Let's hear what she has to say.
New one that came to me the other day.
How come?
Well, because I can't say the F word on TV.
But it's not, I mean, there's some anger in here, but there's also some really nice sentiment, too, about
Yeah.
looking back, and there's one even dedicated really to your mom.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean that the whole record was like that.
No.
I think someone was asking me about a particular song, and I just explained it. That's how I described it. So, yeah.
And what about the one that you wrote with your mother in mind?
So people keep telling me about this song. Guys, can you put it, the name of it, the name of this song that was written about her mum? Someone told me it yesterday and it's gone out of my head. Please tell me if you remember.
Yeah, that just happened one day, and she was very emotional about it, and I thought it was important because I didn't write one about her on the first record, and it didn't make it on anyway. And I just got inspired because we did sort of come a long way, and I'm sure that other, you know, mothers and daughters can relate to this particular thing, you know.
Well, many mothers and daughters obviously have times in their lives where they're closer than other times, but you have to, again, live this out on the public stage to some degree. Are you pretty close now?
We're very close now, yeah. I never...
So look, you see how she says we're very close now? And I've always thought, when you go over the interviews, they really did, Priscilla and Lisa were very on off. I mean, obviously this is 2005, guys. A lot of stuff went on that Lisa did not know about. A lot of stuff was going on behind her back. So at this point, I personally think Lisa was quite gullible. I think she really was drawn in by the lies. I do think Priscilla hid many of the things that were going on from Lisa and tricked Lisa into believing that Priscilla was the saviour of everything, the saviour of the legacy, the saviour of Graceland, the saviour of the museum. You know, oh, Elvis is remembered because of Priscilla. You know, oh, Scientology saved Lisa Marie. So I really do think, and I don't say this in a hateful way, I really do think, and at the time of this interview, Lisa, there were many things that she hadn't learnt yet. I think after this interview, she starts to discover many very serious things, a lot of wrongdoing from Priscilla, people like Barry Siegel as well, obviously later on. But I think a very naive Lisa Marie at this point, 2005. when she did eventually find out all of the wrongdoing, it's a big part of the reason she moved to England. Because she started to understand that she had been tricked, conned, lied to, misled. Yeah?
I thought that would happen because we're such the opposite of each other. But, you know,
Raven. Okay,
she loves
Raven.
coming on the road with me, which is funny. You know, at first when she was coming out, I heard she was coming, and I was like, how long is she staying here? Because we don't, you know, she's on the bus with us and everything. We don't really get along. So anyway, that was kind of the moment where she came out, and she was like this natural, I don't know, road mom. And she was taking care of the, you know, of the band and making coffee for the bus driver, and she was like really helping me out. And I don't know, our whole relationship just turned around, and it was kind of fun. So
she says her whole relationship turned around because of this road trip they had with the band, and Priscilla got in there and helped everyone. But isn't that an admission that before the road trip things were very bad? Yeah? She says our whole relationship turned around. Well, what was the relationship like before the road trip? Yeah?
Well, and you know, it's obviously all a learning process as we go through these things. And you know, talking about learning and going through on a public stage and learning from previous very high-profile marriages that you went through.
Right, before we talk about the marriage, I'll just quickly read Kate's comment. Else and Lisa Marie forever. I think poor Lisa tried so hard to reach her mother, but no avail. She so wanted a mother figure. And I think, really, that's very clear in this book, isn't it? From Here to the Great Unknown, it's very clear that Lisa did try and reach out to her mother, especially with this sexual abuse allegations, you know, from Michael Edwards, you know. So now, obviously, they always start asking about the marriages, of course.
That everybody gathered and read everything that they could about. Do you look back at that and say you learned, or you shouldn't have, or you should have?
I think everyone has their history in their lives, and you know, the nature of mine is that it's going to be in the public eye, and you know, and the nature of those particular things that I had to go through were also very public. So
I think at this point she wasn't so like shunning and embarrassed of the Michael Jackson relationship, even though really they did love each other for a while. There was happy times. She doesn't dismiss it so much. Obviously, she is in the public eye. Everything she did was scrutinized.
People. So I don't think my life's that much different than anybody else's. Mine's just focused on more. And then if I...
That's a very good point. Mine is just focused on more.
You know, double team with someone else who's got their own family. That's just going to be a big, you know, public, you know, crucifixion.
Yeah.
Or, you know, it just invites people's opinions, and then they can judge you. You know, because it's all out in front of everybody, and then, you know, but everyone's got their crap, pardon my language, and their lives, and their mistakes, and their, you know, experiences. So, I don't know.
Is there stuff, is there
okay.
something about you that you think people don't know about? Like, is there a part of Lisa Marie Presley the public doesn't know that would be nice if they did? I mean, I don't know, maybe what kind of mom you are or have been?
I think the public is going to be so aware of who I am after this press run that they're going to be sick of me and want me to go away soon.
I hardly think so. But we're looking forward to your performance off the Now What CD. Thanks for coming into studio this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Great to have you along. We will be...
I just think that was beautiful. That was a lovely, a very cute little interview. Lisa Marie just looking gorgeous and very natural, very down to earth, very honest, just a little bit shy, a little bit nervous. The dog's obviously barking. Right, let me put this Raven on. And guys, I'm going to play this, but then I'm going to have to go. So let's play it. Right. If we find one that's got a bit of video footage on it, let's have a look. All right, let's just play this. Okay, guys?
Sing it right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So guys, I'm going to play this and I'm going to go. We are going to do a reaction to it, so we will stop and start it. But thanks, guys. I'm going to come back on later, okay?
And as the raven flash, she feels unwelcome.
Do you know what? I'm surprised. I've never heard this song. I've never heard this song. It's the first time I've heard it. So Wings and Sir. All right, it's got the lyrics on there, guys. So do you guys know what album this was on? Kate, I think Kate's the one that told me about it. What album is this on? So let's try and read some of it. And everything till now, it wasn't that bad really. Beautiful lady.
Beautiful lady. Why don't you fly with me? We'll have a chair, a cup of tea, and a long, long.
So it's from the album Now What? I'll tell you what, I've still got a lot more to learn about Lisa when it comes to her different albums. I know I found out yesterday there's 3 albums. Is it Now What? Storm and Grace? Oh, what's the other one? You guys are going to tell me. Why don't you fly with me? We'll have a chat and a cup of tea and a long lost need to see who's really there.
Need to see who's really there. You'll find it real care when me and I hear your stories and feel your sad eyes when you and Raymond here.
So it says, and you'll finally be okay with me and all you hear your stories that fill your sad eyes when you had raven hair.
Hold your head up high. I know that I'm ruthless. I'm ruthless.
So hold your head up high. I know that I've been ruthless. I've been ruthless. So let me just read that bit, guys. So let's have a look a minute. Oh, go on something. Your eyes, you know that I've forgiven you and I'm sorry. Oh wow. So everything till now wasn't that bad, really. Beautiful lady. So guys, I think she's trying to say sorry, isn't she? She's trying to, this is, you know, it's a funny one, guys. Yeah, I think what Kate just said, Lisa takes the blame for everything because that's the way she was made to feel, in my opinion. I agree, Kate.
Dry your eyes. Hey, you finally see me. I see you.
So go on, dry your eyes. Hey, you finally see me. Hi, and I see you. everything turned out, it wasn't that bad really, beautiful lady. So go on, dry your eyes. You know that I've forgiven you, yeah, and I'm sorry. And I agree with Kate. And I said it just now. I really feel that Priscilla pulled the wool over her eyes. And I think that Lisa, even though she was a very smart young lady, she fell for it, didn't she? She believed everything that Priscilla said to her. I actually don't think everything Priscilla said to Lisa was right. I think a lot of it was twisted. I don't say that in a hateful way. I just think that Lisa was almost tricked into believing that she owed Priscilla everything. She keeps repeating, you know that I've forgiven you. But I agree with Teresa and Kate and Deborah. She was a victim. She was Lisa Marie was an innocent victim of some serious greed, some serious wrongdoing. I don't think until later in life Lisa realised just how cruel Priscilla was to Elvis. You know, Priscilla did some very serious stuff to Elvis, like almost unforgivable things to Elvis. You know, so I think later in life, especially when she moved to England, Lisa was fully aware of all the wrongdoing that had gone on, not just with the unfaithfulness and with the marriage breakup, but also with the different boyfriends. Of course, we want justice for Lisa Marie, for the horrific abuse that took place, with the alleged abuse of Michael Edwards. Of course, we want justice for Lisa Marie. We'll say that every day. But I think Lisa Marie wised up in the end, guys. She wised up. You know, I stand by what Kate said, you know. She's forgiving her, because that's the kind of person that she was. Is that her voice, yeah?
I got something
Oh,
to think about. I don't know what to think about.
very sweet, guys. Think I love you. Very sweet and very kind and forgiving of lovely Lisa Marie. We miss her. Just looking at her picture there, our heart bleeds. She just wanted a mum because she lost her devoted dad. She was never going to get from Priscilla when she got from Dad. Priscilla didn't have it in her, sadly. Priscilla is so jealous of Lisa now. A brilliant song, it makes me so sad. And isn't it a shame that so many ups and downs, this beautiful girl that really from the moment she was taken away from her father, when Priscilla chose to go and live with a stranger, Mike Stone, really everything was very difficult. She had many happy times. I think she had a real happy time with Danny Q. I think all of her marriages at some point were very happy. But she never got over being dragged away from her father. I don't think she ever got over being taken away from Elvis by Priscilla to go and live with Mike Stone. And then it gets worse eventually when Michael Edwards comes onto the scene, and then you've got 5-6 years of alleged abuse, and then Lisa is trying to talk to her mum, trying to tell her mum. The mum's not listening. This must have damaged Lisa. This must have caused harm to Lisa's life, to Lisa as a person, to Lisa's mental health. Now, she was such a fighter, such a strong young girl, that she got through it for decades and decades. So sad, guys. Anyway, I'm going to have to go. The dog's barking. I'm going to take the dog for a walk. Thank you for joining me on Elvis Presley Fan on Keto. A bit of a serious little half an hour video on Elvis Presley Fan on Keto. A bit of defending here happening, but I'm glad we played the song together and we listened to this song together. I think that's important. Thank you, Kate, for all your comments. And thank you for telling us the name of this song as well. So I think that's it, guys. We're going to go. I'll come back later with some more stuff. We'll do a dog walk. We'll probably do a dog walk as well quite soon, probably. Take care, everyone. Love to all of you. All the best. Have a great day. See you later.